the original champion holder, had to relinquish the title. And tonight, we're going to be crowning a new Rainbow Six Siege champion. Welcome to Rainbow Six Siege, presented by Eon Network Legacy. Adrian Madden T to make game side. And T, who will be tonight's champion, we'll find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out as we see last night. Winner Cal is going in for another championship. Actually, this is for the championship, not a number one contender. So actually, if Cal wins this tournament, he becomes champion, Rainbow Six champion.
We will find out what's going to be transpiring here tonight. Again, ladies and gentlemen, to reset the stage, what had happened last week, the anonymous executive making the message, he made the announcement, the bombshell, that the former champion was no longer going to be champion. He actually had to, relinquish the title due to the fact that he couldn't defend the title, so the championship was held at an abeyance, which allows now the title to be vacated, which means now it gives the opportunity and the opening for all these great competitors joining here tonight to battle and compete for the championship and to become champion, to make history, to make themselves known, and for them to jump to a different stratosphere finally, so that way they can indeed actually win and become the best of the best on Rainbow.
Preparation phase going on now. It's time for Kids and Cal to see what they're gonna do. It's preparation stage. Let's get it.
One-on-one to kick off this tournament. Here we go. Let's talk about the story. You mentioned it. Cal, of course, returning after hiatus. He returned last night, a part of the Network's Horizon, a part of the Rocket League #1 contendership. He became the #1 contender. Now he has a golden ticket to face the champion Arsenic over there on Rocket League. But tonight, however, Cal might have a golden ticket to actually end up becoming the champion on Rainbow Six Siege. We will find out exactly what's going to be taking place here tonight. It's Cal and Kidgy45, and we know Kidgy45, his story, though, is all about making sure that he tries to get himself finally a gold victory.
Yeah, Cal is doing everything he can just to set up, just to try to get ready for KG45 to come in. So let's go.
Action phase has started officially. Kidgy45 and Cal, of course, to kick off the tournament to determine who's going to become the Rainbow Six Siege champion after the championship, of course, was held under the advance this past week at orders of the anonymous executive. Cal and Kidgy45 to kick it off here.
Yep, I think he spotted the drone now. KG45 need to get a smart strategy on how to take out Cal.
And we talked about the rust of Cal and how Cal has not been a part of Eon Network over the past couple of years. And the fact that he's actually returned last night, you got to believe there's got to be some sort of rust when it comes to battling under the bright lights of Eon Network. But if there was anything that we learned from last night, it looks like he didn't really mess a beat. So therefore, he probably is indeed ready to be in a championship level matchup tonight.
Oh, he definitely is. I mean, did you see how great he was last night in Rocket League? He was incredible. Tonight, and gonna be a same result.
But what about the frustration that Kidgy45 has been having over the past couple of months as well? The fact that he's so close in becoming a champion. He competes and competes and competes. He tries every single chance he gets, yet he never does win the title. Tonight, however, could be the night that he finally does that. Do you think Kidgy45 can use that frustration to elevate him to perhaps maybe win and finally become champion tonight?
I think right now we're just playing a quiet game right now. KG45 is trying to play smart. As you see, KG45 is defusing the bomb or planting the bomb.
Trying to bait Cal in! Was trying to bait Cal in, however, the plan apparently was foiled. As he take a look at this, while Kidgy45 was trying to bait Cal was standing by, and he saw the opponent right there and shot him down off the skull, and now Cal has a point, one step closer, and again becoming champion.
I mean, that was a good strategy, but kind of. I mean, KG45, he his mind was in the right place.
Well, the vehement Cal tonight definitely has all the passion of the world to definitely become champion. Huge implications in this blockbuster event tonight. Who will indeed be the champion in tonight's event? We will find out in just a matter of moments, ladies and gentlemen. Entering into the second round, we will find out who's going to have the upper hand after the destruction that Cal was able to employ in the previous round.
We're going to find out. That's right. I mean, Cal got 1 point. Can KG45 get it? We're going to see preparation phase.
Here we go. Matchup is underway. Of course, preparation phase, probably one of the most critical phases on Rainbow Six Siege. It allows you to prepare, not only that, but also, of course, for you to understand exactly what you need to do to strategize, to implement any plan here tonight to make sure that you definitely get the upper hand of the matchup. 23 seconds left. Now, I guess it would have made sense, T. I guess the best thing going when it comes to strategy-wise, at least when it comes to the psychological standpoint, to never be overzealous.
Yeah, you don't want to be that word that you just used. Yeah, what you gotta do if you if you're a cow, you gotta use your drones. If you're Kidgy for 5, you gotta use your cameras as well. Also, cow, you gotta use those shoot down the cameras as well. That way, that you don't spot you.
Gotta make sure that you do that every single chance you get to make sure that you are one step ahead of the opponent right now. To make sure that you definitely dominate the opponent. You decimate them to the point that you finally make a message, send an impact, and make that statement, make that claim that you are indeed a Rainbow Six Siege champion. Again, if you want to be proclaimed as one of the best, you have to become a champion. Tonight is one of those nights that allows our competitors to definitely have the chance to do that.
If we've seen the first one, they was like being quiet, tiptoeing around. But we're gonna see if that same strategy comes into play, if they're gonna be tiptoeing around.
Gonna find out exactly what's gonna be transpiring over the next couple of seconds. Cal definitely in the driver's seat, definitely is hungry for a championship opportunity. Let's not forget a couple of years ago, Cal, of course, became the first. Oh my! Shot right there to the side of the shoulder, and he knocked down Kidgy45 in the distance here as he take a look at this replay here, T. And Cal, of course, once again, decimating the opponent tonight. And I'll tell you, we could be, of course, seeing a champion in the making now as we enter in round 3.
Yeah, as you said it, I mean, Cal have not lost a beat on Rocket League. He definitely have not lost a beat right here on Rainbow Six Siege. He is feeling it. He is feeling the championship.
Fact is, he wants to fill that void as well. He has not been here for quite some time. Cal probably believes that he's been out of the loop, that he, of course, hasn't been in the Eon Network spotlight, right? So therefore, he believes that he has something to prove tonight, saying, hey, you may have not seen me for quite some time, but that does not mean that I missed a step. I'm going to prove it tonight. I'm going to become the champion. Then what all of my critics are going to say.
Exactly, and that's what it's all come down to. But he can do it. He got everything. He got a lot to prove here tonight.
A lot is on the line for both of these competitors who indeed have a lot of love for the game for Rainbow Six Siege. One of the most intense games there is, of course, as it came out back in 2020. I should say 2015, but it's 2025. A decade later, it's still a hot game. A lot of people around the world play.
Yeah, a lot of people still play Rainbow Six Siege. Still new characters that being made and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's still fun to watch, still fun to commentate, and still fun to play.
Some of the things that we know for a fact when it comes to Rainbow Six Siege, one thing that I've noticed over the years clearly is that sometimes you're going to have to take risks. Risks are intrinsic, I would say, when it comes to trying to win matches.
I don't know if you just seen that, but Couch is deployed like some kind of drone of himself, of his character.
That allows, yes, that's exactly a hologram. It allows you to do that, to try to trick the opponent nonetheless. Of course, you're going to have to make sure you utilize and optimize every single power-up, every single ability that will allow you to make sure that you can win the matchup.
Oh, I don't like Kidgy for 5 chances if he... Yeah, that's not going to be good for Kidgy for 5.
Well, Cal right now has a plan in mind, and he's going to go on the hunt like a shark smelling blood in the water. But this time around, of course, Cal backing up for a little bit to make sure that he's going to try to ease the situation for himself, so that way he can definitely strike when the time is right. But Kidgy45, you don't want to count it. Oh, no. Oh, my. Oh. Kidgy45 was so close, just a couple of inches away. He got him. Wow. Face first. Wow. Face first.
Wow. That was crazy. That was a crazy kill by Kidgy45. Great job for Kidgy45 for getting that kill.
Well, you know what? Kidgy45 was very, in my opinion, he was so focused there. He was so meticulous when it came to his shot. You actually saw that. He was waiting for the perfect time for Cal to actually appear out, and he finally was able to appear. Cal did, that is. Kidgy45 struck right there.
Right, but I did not like his chances, but hey, KG for five really showed me and stuff. I mean, he definitely got that kill in right there.
I'll tell you, this really perhaps could have been the turning point of the matchup, the catalyst due to the fact that Kid-G45 shockingly was able to get the victory over Cal moments ago after the decimation that Cal was able to employ in the beginning moments of the matchup, ladies and gentlemen. As this match continues, we're looking at Cal still having 2 points, but again, Kid-G45 now trying to stir up a little bit here, stir up a little bit of confidence, enough for him to perhaps get back into the game.
Gotta get that adrenaline. Find that adrenaline inside your soul. You gotta find it and take control of it.
You can see here the audacious Kid-G45, who again is not going to back down. He's like a bulldog. He's going to make sure that he really is going to rise up to the occasion and try to go after the opponent no matter what. He has that in-your-face style, you know. He doesn't want to back down. He's going to go up face-to-face. Not going to make sure he's going to quit, not going to throw in the towel. Kid-G45 definitely has all the championship traits, in my opinion, which makes me respect him a lot more.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's never gonna die. Never say never. You know, he's gonna keep on going until the end.
And Cal, here's another guy also that definitely has no quits about him. Of course, going to try to keep his head on the swivel to make sure that he really does maintain and focus. Does not want to actually slip up because he dominated the first 2 rounds, but now Kid-G45 with that shot, maybe it surprised Cal in a way, and Cal doesn't want to lose that focus, as I stated before.
No, I think I like where the strategy by kids. So that's gonna be really good.
Got to be very, very careful at times for Cal, of course. He can strike at any given time like a barracuda. Kid-G45, though, he is also another man that
he found
definitely can actually, for now. But anything can happen over the next couple of minutes. Who knows what's going to be taking place. Cal, though, going to utilize, again, the drone. Every single time he gets the chance to use the drone, it really does allow him to find out where the opponent is at, which gives him a little bit more of a clearer opening, and that way he can plan out a way so he can knock down the opponent. But Kid-G45, though, very smart, though. He has his back against the wall. He knows for a fact that there was going to be right behind. But Cal, though, my goodness gracious, you got to be kidding me.
That was very
clever.
Let me tell you what he did. He did a smoke screen, smoke bomb attack, and then he went in and got him down. That's what Cal did.
Well, he was sagacious about it. He was so clever. Cal was utilizing, optimizing his drone, which is something that we talked about over the past couple of years here commentating on Rainbow Six Siege. You got to utilize the drone, and that right there is prime example right there. You utilize the drone, you can find the opponent, gives you a plan in mind, and that's what Cal was able to employ. He was able to put that plan into fruition and allowed him to, of course, advance in this matchup, in this tournament. As we enter in a match point now, every single time we enter in a match point, though, what happens, T?
You know, every time that match point, you know, the losing team actually, or the losing person that is Kid-G45 will gain another point, could gain another point. And I have faith that Kid-G45 will get another point here.
Well, he gets the second win most of the time whenever we actually enter in a match point. You're right. I mean, every single time there is a match point, the losing individual or team, but in this case, individual, gets that second win going for them. They actually have that fire that is lit underneath them. It's a different life that begins to show off of the losing individual. So Kid-G45 might be gaining that confidence, might be gaining that extra fire that is now burning in his gut to make sure that he actually ends up becoming the winner of this championship tournament.
You mean adrenaline, right? Adrenaline?
Oh, great.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Adrenaline,
In your soul.
intensity.
In his soul.
There we go. That's where I have to stop you. Nonetheless, though, here we go. 3 seconds left. Preparation phase is going to go bye-bye. This could be finally, maybe, the ending of the game here tonight. Potentially could be the final round of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Cal and Kid-G45 1-on-1 again to determine who really is going to become the winner of this round. Up next, we have another contestant that's going to be standing by. He's going to be competing in the tournament on Rainbow Six Siege. Very interesting, the type of opponent that we are going to be waiting for. Can't wait to see, of course. I can't wait for the audience to see who is standing by.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Now this matchup is incredible. Ooh. Kid-G45 is using the taking advantage of the ability.
Has to. I mean, very keen when it comes to making sure that you get the chance to actually utilize every single, whether if it's an opponent, or I should say, whether if it's a weapon, whether if it's some sort of item at your disposal. Very integral in this fact for you to win this matchup. You can hear silence in the distance, though, T. Silence can mess up the psychological, mental, the psychological... Heard something I was just going to mention, how silence can mess up the mind, but I guess we just heard an explosion there, so... oh my, here we go! These two meeting up yet again face to face. You saw downstairs moments ago was KG45. He was waiting for Cal. Cal, on the other hand, however, he's going to, of course, hightail it now.
Yeah, KG45 is trying to shoot at the top of the stairs, at the top of the ceiling there. We are going to see if he can actually get Cal out from hiding.
One thing is Cal is very technical and savvy when it comes to Rainbow Six Siege. KG45 is a little bit more slithery, I'd say. KG45 a little bit more hidden. And that's one of the reasons why KG45 definitely poses a danger in a game like this here tonight. But Cal, though, definitely has a danger of his own as well.
As we do in the quiet game right here, right now, we're going to see who slips up first.
You're right. Who really is going to be the one that's going to slip up in the proverbial banana peel? Is it going to be Cal or KG45? Silence reigning supreme here tonight in this matchup.
Cal is going to get it.
Cal here. Oh my, that cost him. That cost him. Cal, I believe, was planning on knifing down KG45 from behind. KG45 found the man and shot it down. KG45 capitalized. And I think Cal, of course, putting a plan at the last second, that could be detrimental in trying to win the matchup. Cal, you got to be careful.
Yeah, that was close. Close. Cal could almost got that point right there. Good job for kids for that fast reflex.
That was something indeed. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, was indeed something. You saw Cal moments ago. He was sneaking up from behind. And then out of nowhere, it was KG45 at the last second, turned around, realized, and got the kill.
Yeah, he was moving slowly. Like he was slowly catching his prey. Like a cat catching a mouse.
I was actually going to mention perhaps a snake in Apex.
Randy Orton.
As you can see here, this matchup, 3 points, ladies and gentlemen, for Cal, and KG45, though, celebrating his second kill. Can KG45 manage to somehow, some way, make this into a tie? And it would be very important for KG45 to, again, solidify himself as a champion after being here for the past 2 years. This is actually his second-year anniversary. He joined for the first time in October of 2023. This is October of 2025, his 2-year anniversary. Can you imagine he celebrates his second-year anniversary being here, part of the network, and actually ends up becoming the champion? It would be a very, very huge victory for him nonetheless.
Oh, that would be indeed a huge compliment, a huge win for him. So it's going to be incredible to see if he can do it.
We're going to find out. It's only just a matter of time, however, to see what's going to be transpiring over the next couple of minutes here. Could potentially be the final round of the evening. That is, if Cal is able to pick up the victory here in this round, we're going to find out. Or it could, maybe in KG45's defense, maybe he yet again is going to have enough confidence to battle and defeat Cal.
Or maybe, I don't know. I mean, we've seen some crazy stuff that KG45 did, especially in that last round. Of
course, things are going to break down in just a matter of moments, I would imagine. KG45 and Cal, suspense beginning to build a little bit now.
They know where each other at.
Building now. I'll tell you one thing here, T. This is the point of the matchup in which both of these competitors are probably thinking twice right now, thinking to themselves, what do I need to do to attack the opponent? And you got to watch out. You do not want to be, again, you do not want to be overzealous. You do not want to overstep your boundaries, and you definitely do not want to rush things in a moment like this, especially if you're KG45. One little mistake, and it can cost you. For Cal, he just needs one more round. So, of course, if KG45 goes down, it's over. Cal, of course, advances in this tournament.
Yeah, you don't want to make a bad mistake. Any wrong mistake could get you the kill. Could get you the win after the grenade been thrown.
What's going to be happening here? These two, of course, going back and forth now. And now Cal, though, hightailing it for a little bit to try to regroup and re-strategize, regain its composure, regain a little bit of composure for him to get back into the matchup indeed.
Cal is using, think his, another drone. That's what he's using. I think that's what it is. As you see, Cal is trying to lure, kids out.
He was trying to bait him a little bit. Of course, we know that slick move, trying to plant to the diffuser. That way it does bring out the opponent. And that's exactly what Cal is trying to do. He's trying to lure the opponent in. So that way it can be a little easier for Cal to locate the man and knock Kid G45 down. But you can see Cal with a couple of shots was not successful in actually knocking down Kid. So now this time around, what does he do? Cal is this time around fully going to plant the diffuser. At this time, it's over. Of course, 43 seconds now on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, Kid G45 not only has to worry about knocking down Cal, but he has to actually counter-defuse the diffuser here.
Yeah, that's gonna be a very tough task for Kid for 5. Not, yeah. So we're gonna see how this work if he can get the kill on Cal.
We're going to find out. These two gentlemen, of
Activated.
course,
Oh.
battling. 19 seconds left. Kid G45 has a lot at stake and a lot on mine.
Wow.
Kid G45 just knocked down Cal. You gotta be kidding me. Holy cow. This came out of nowhere. He knocked down Cal and Kid G45 has made it into a tie, ladies and gentlemen. Kid G45 is still in this. He's still in this game. He just knocked down Cal and he just counter-defused that diffuser. Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell are we witnessing tonight?
Don't count Kid for 5 out. Don't count him out because he is pulling a great game, and that was a shucky crack moment right there.
That right there indeed was something. Oh my god. I guess Kid G45 can find solace in the fact that he now has bought himself some time, and now we're looking at an overtime match point. Cal and Kid G45 looking at sudden death. Whoever does get the victory in this round officially moves on to the tournament.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game, folks. It's go time.
This right here is what makes Rainbow Six Siege exciting. We got two gentlemen who have so much, again, on the line here tonight. We have two competitors who have a lot of passion on Rainbow Six Siege, and we have two guys who have one goal in mind, to become the Rainbow Six Siege champion. But look at it right now. Kid G45 and Cal at a tie, 3 points apiece. We're looking at match point overtime, meaning that, again, the winner of this round, it's over. It will indeed be over once we claim a winner in this game, ladies and gentlemen. It's either going to be Cal or Kid G45. Something must give here tonight.
Yeah, something might give, and I think I mean these two are playing a really good game here. I thought it was gonna be all Cal tonight, but no. I mean, Kid G45 is actually doing wonders here tonight. He is actually showing why he deserved to be champion.
Cal and Kid G45 have entered into action phase. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is confirmed. This will indeed be the final game of this, well, intense game. Cal and Kid G45, someone's going to be advancing in the tournament, either of the two, but I mean, it's a who's who. I mean, if you think about it, it's either could be Cal or Kid G45, one of the two.
Could be. These two warriors are incredible.
You can see here, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of suspense definitely building inside, so much so that it can really it does actually mess up the mental psyche, I would imagine, heading into this game here tonight in this very intense battle that is taking place here on Eon Network Legacy.
Actually, that's what it is. Yes, these two are athletes showing exactly why we are Legacy. These two are legends themselves.
You can feel something ominous in the air. Something bad is indeed coming in, ladies and gentlemen. It's either going to be bad for Cal or Kid G45, but nevertheless, it's indeed going to be ominous for either of these two men. You can see here, there's the drone of the distance. Cal understands he had to shoot him down, obviously. Not allow Kid G45 to get the victory, and it's over there. Cal with a shot right there to the midsection. Cal knocked him down. It's over. Cal advances in this tournament, one step closer to becoming Rainbow Six Siege champion. Take a look at the replay.
I mean, great job for both of these guys, Cal and Kid G45. You know, they put a great performance here tonight. You know, Cal moves up into the next game. I cannot wait to see that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cal indeed does advance. The return of Cal could end up perhaps ending with the championship win of Cal.
Yeah, and you know, maybe Cal can win this. Maybe Cal can be a champion again. I mean, on Rainbow Six Siege. This is the moment that he been waiting for, and let's see who steps up to the plate.
Well, we know who's going to be next. It's going to be Shampoo. Now, very interesting story here. Shampoo himself actually competed last night as Crasher on Rocket League. Now, remember, it was Cal who defeated none other than Crashin' on Rocket League, which allowed Cal to become #1 contender. Is the same fate awaiting for Shampoo tonight? Or maybe, can Shampoo face vindication? Can he actually finally become champion on Rainbow Six Siege? Can Shampoo get redemption? Can he finally win the gold? Can he finally rest his demons forever to become, again, as I stated, the champion?
I think what he needed last night and what he probably needs tonight is mommy to help him because Rhea Ripley could come in and help him.
Oh, there's no Rhea Ripley here. I know Shampoo needs no help whatsoever heading into this matchup. As long as Dominic is not around either.
Well, Dominic might be around.
Anyway, Kidji45, if you're still around, you can definitely join spectating. And as we are waiting for, obviously, Kidji45 to leave the blue team to join spectating, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to remind everybody that, again, Eon Network definitely is a media production channel. It's a media mogul. We've done a lot of things over the past couple of years, not only from game nights, but also to movies and shows and podcasts and so many more, well, incredible shows that we were able to produce, which is the reason why I like to say that Eon Network is like Netflix, but better.
Right now, Netflix. Now you're not gonna make me say you. Yeah, you're not gonna make me say Eon Netflix again. Okay, because I almost said that last night. But yeah, Eon. Yeah, we got Eon Network. We got Eon Podcast. We got Eon After Dark. Eon Wrestling. What more can you say? You can find all this and more on YouTube, and it's a great place. So check out Eon Network and all its great channels on YouTube.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait for what's going to be happening up next, though. The main event, it is going to be Shampoo versus Cal to determine again who will indeed be Rainbow Six Siege champion. And that right there, we're going to find out up next. We'll be back after this.
How did you almost get me to say Eon Netflix yesterday?
It is main event time. Shampoo, a.k.a. Crashin', returns, looking to redeem himself after the loss he suffered against Cal. Again, ironically, the main event is Cal versus Shampoo yet again. Much like we saw last night on Rocket League, it will indeed be the ending moment of Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, we're gonna see if Cal can keep that momentum up, if he can actually get the defeat against Shampoo once again and becomes champion on Rainbow Six Siege, or we're gonna see if Shampoo can get the W against Cal and become champion.
Again, this is all about making a moment, marking your territory, making a stamp, being the best of the best. Not only that, but also being able to, well, again, be a Rainbow Six Siege champion and create a moment that will transcend time and culture within Eon Network, that will allow people to talk about forever, that will make people respect you, that will allow people to go, wow, he is indeed a formidable force, but not only that, but also he is indeed my champion. Tonight, for Cal and Shampoo, it is all about tonight being the title holder for the title up for grabs on Rainbow.
Yep. We're gonna see. Who is preparation phase? Shampoo is preparation, trying to prepare the incoming of Shampoo as Callus.
Tell you, these guys are going to have to make sure that they have a clear volition to try to whip up some sort of strategy. to make sure that they get the upper hand of the matchup. Because moments ago, we did indeed see Cal, and he was indeed ready. And now here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Action phase has started for these two gentlemen battling for the title up for grabs.
We see Shampoo's taking out the cameras. Great job for Shampoo. That way, Cal cannot look at the cameras as Shampoo is coming in.
You can see again a lot of suspense building. I'm on the edge of my seat, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be crowning a new champion here tonight, that's for sure. That is confirmed. One way or another, we are ending the night with a new champion on Rainbow.
Yeah, regardless.
And out of the two, you would imagine that Shampoo definitely has the anger out of the two because of the fact that he lost against Cal. It was Cal who was the man that defeated Crash and AK Shampoo on Rocket League, which allowed Cal to become #1 contender. We know Shampoo, he wanted to have another chance against Arsenic for the Rocket League Championship. Shampoo was battling for it. However, Cal was the man who put a stop to that. And now, I don't think Shampoo is going to let Cal put a stop to his championship victory. Shampoo, of course, was getting shot moments ago by Cal, but to no effect.
No effect at all. Cal is trying to do whatever he can to stay up in it, and so is Shampoo. Shampoo do not want to make any mistake here against Cal. He knows how Cal plays last night on Rocket League, and he is going to see how he plays right here on Rainbow Six Siege.
You can see here Shampoo with the gun clenched, couple of shots in the distance. Cal moving out of the way for a moment there.
We see not Shampoo. It's trying to make some statements, trying to find where Cal is and try to get that point.
Well, I mean, it's an interesting dichotomy between the two right now. Shampoo a little bit more fast when it comes to fast and furious would be the best way to describe Shampoo. Ooh. Cal a little bit more technical, as I stated beforehand. But look at this, of course, fire now blazing, spreading through. Very symbolic because it is indeed heating up here tonight for the championship, ladies and gentlemen. Part of the Eon Network legacy to determine who really is going to be the champion holder tonight.
I think Shampoo was trying to get the right angle, but could not get it right then and there. I think he can. Oh!
Not as precise, but look at that. Throwing the grenade moments ago, was trying to make sure sidestep Shampoo. However, he couldn't do so at that point in time. Shampoo, though, is the man that also has some sort of, well, vendetta to become champion.
Drone being deployed again as he's heard the drone. He knows where he at. Now it's time to execute the win here.
You can see here. For these two guys, I mean, they are so slow and methodical at this point in time. It's Shampoo. That's the reason why he was methodical, because he had in mind, he had Cal right there and knew that Cal was going to pop out at any given second and didn't want to move as fast as possible so he can have a clear shot, and it happened right there. Cal just collapsed. Now Shampoo is celebrating his first victory tonight.
Yeah, you're right. Shampoo is on a vendetta here. He wants to make Cal pay for not being #1 contender last night. So this is his vendetta against Cal.
You know, if Shampoo becomes champion, he really is going to be omnipotent tonight. He really is going to be, as I stated beforehand, probably the most dominant Rainbow Six Siege champion in the history of the Eon Network if he's able to pull this off.
I think you can, but you can't let your anger control you, because once you do that the thing will mess you up in a game like this. I mean, you gotta stay focused. The championship is on the line. You don't want to mess anything up.
You gotta be focused. You gotta be clear-cut, pensive. Not only that, but also understanding every single movement that comes your way when it comes to a game like this. You can see again, matchup is underway yet again, but this is going to be preparation phase, one of the most crucial phases in the history of Rainbow Six Siege. That way it allows you to definitely not only regain your composure, but as I stated before, keep your head on the swivel so that way you understand what you don't want to do. Allows you to really correct your wrong, especially for Cal. He understood exactly what he did in the previous round, right? So now this is going to give him some time, some thought for him to understand what he does not want to do in this round.
And Shampoo was actually, was doing a great thing. He was following Cal all the way to that back with his drone, so he knows exactly where Cal is.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This matchup yet again has started. Action phase. Will Cal get his revenge, or is Shampoo going to make it for a second win here tonight?
We're going to start off at the little slow walking and let's not make sounds. Let's try to psych each other out for a bit.
Oh, wait a minute. Couple of shots already at the early portion of this matchup. Cal and Shampoo waiting for each other to, again, who's going to make the first move. I guess these two just shooting out, trying to make sure that they're going to try to get the psychological advantage as well. That's what Rainbow Six Siege is a little bit. Oh my, Cal got him indeed. And now we're going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Cal with a shot to the skull. Take a look at this replay here. Cal was waiting by, and a shot right there against Shampoo. Shampoo went down and out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a tie again.
A tie again, that's right. I think Shampoo was trying to go to the other room and try to secure a victory against Cal, but that did not take place. So we're gonna see if Shampoo can get it in round 3.
And
Fight.
Cal, obviously, we just saw moments ago, again, a glimpse of what Cal is capable of. I mean, this is what we've came to know about Cal through the years, that he definitely is a man that is not going to surrender. He's not going to capitulate. He's not going to give it up. He's going to fight back to the very end. He didn't just throw in the towel. He decided to fight harder than ever before, and he just shot down Shampoo moments ago. This now gives Cal the momentum boost in this matchup.
Preparation phase. Drone is being deployed by Shampoo, and we're going to find where Cal is hiding.
And see
Or
here.
where Shampoo is hiding. Sorry.
Yes. Gets me sometimes, too. The only time I'll say that word is if Eddie Guerrero's here.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, because Eddie, very much, we know Eddie Guerrero as Eddie Guerrero be saying that same thing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, just to reset everything, folks, it was last week whenever the anonymous executive was able to announce that, again, the original title holder, Soul of Luke, was going to relinquish the Rainbow Six Siege championship. Now the title is held in abeyance, which allows now the competitors to compete for this championship, for them to win the title for the very first time in their tenure here in Eon Network, for them to make sure that they mark that stamp, that proverbial stamp, to make the exclamation point, to indeed be the best of the best on Rainbow Six Siege, and to indeed be, again, the #1 spot at the top of the ladder, at the top of the mountain, to bask into the glory with the title.
Yep, and we're gonna see if Cal can actually do it again, get the second point, or will Shampoo get the second point?
You can see both gentlemen very stoic and pensive for only a moment there. Now these two guys are rushing it because they understand that they're close.
But
especially Cal, he heard the shots from behind. He understood exactly, okay, Shampoo's near, that's for sure.
Oh.
Cal now again looking on.
I was gonna say what
Perilous.
was Cal was gonna do with that bomb there. He was going to throw it at the wrong time.
Had second thoughts afterwards.
Here we go.
See it this.
No, go ahead.
Cal, of course, now have. No, I was just gonna actually mention. I mean, Cal definitely. I think he. Oh, now he had that plan in mind. He detonated the bomb, but to no effect just yet. Cal probably had a thought in mind, and he probably assumed, perhaps presumed that explosive was gonna do something, but looks like it didn't affect anybody.
No.
It didn't affect Shampoo in this case.
No, it didn't. Shampoo was nowhere near that effect, and that was great that Shampoo was not there, because Shampoo would have lost right there.
But Shampoo's still alive, and Shampoo's not going to back down. He's going to continue the fight. Again, going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Shampoo going forward a little bit. Now moves onto the other room, whereas Cal, on the other hand, does have that gun clenched, and is going to wait until the opponent appears to shoot. And he saw the opponent in the distance, but he lost. He actually, well, not lost, but rather he did lose focus at that point.
He did lose focus, but he gotta get his head back in the game. He can get his head back in the game, and he did.
Shampoo! Again, Cal was in a perilous situation at that point in time. His back was against the wall, and Shampoo getting the best out of him. Shampoo, of course, entering his second win now as we enter into round 4. Closer to match point at this point in time.
Round 4. Fight!
Thank you very much, Mr. Mortal Kombat announcer.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You know, I actually am... I was going to say, I mean, I'm so glad that you brought that up because, I mean, again, I was playing Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. That was great. Finally beat the game.
Oh, you did? That's good. That's good. Yeah, that was
hard.
that's a very hard game, but I love it. I love that game.
It was awesome. One of the best games I played. I can't wait to play Mortal Kombat Deception. If you ever got the chance to play that one.
I have not, but I heard it's really good, and yeah, we should bring that to the channel.
We'll find out. But first, we're going to have to find out who's going to become the champion tonight.
Yeah, the champion between Cal and Shampoo.
Of course, these two gentlemen, really, I mean, if there's one thing for sure, you cannot go wrong with either on who's going to become the champion on the Eon Network for Rainbow Six Siege. Both of these guys have so many great traits and qualities that definitely allow them to become champion. So whoever ends up becoming champion tonight, in my mind, definitely has not only earned it, they deserved it tonight.
They deserve it, exactly. They definitely deserve it. You see Shampoo, actually, I think that was the trap that he is setting here, Adrian.
Some sort of plan in mind, as I stated. A plot that cannot be foiled. Cal can ill afford a plot to be foiled, though, because if Shampoo is able to sidestep Cal yet again, like we've been seeing over the past couple of rounds, it's going to allow Shampoo to reach to a match point, which will then allow him to get all the confidence, momentum boost in the world that could perhaps allow him to get closer to becoming a champion. But moments ago, we saw something, some sort of reverberation or something that allowed Shampoo to lose a little bit of health, but only just a little. Not too much for us to decide on who could win this game just yet.
No, I don't know what happened there. I think it was I think it was Cal that did that. I'm not sure.
Of course, you can actually see Cal. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Cal could be very daunting with his plans, that's for sure. But I mean, if there's one man that can definitely combat those said plans, can thwart those plans, it can indeed be Shampoo, who's done it not once but twice, ladies and gentlemen.
I think Cal is playing a very good game right here, smart game right here, as he is trying to get Cal out, as Shampoo is doing.
Shampoo looking on, making sure that, again, he's going to proclaim the victory. He's going to make sure he stamps a third consecutive victory, ladies and gentlemen, and allows him to win in this matchup. We shall find out, though, what's going to be transpiring over the next few minutes to see if Shampoo can manage to get his third victory, or is it going to be Cal that's going to be bringing it into a tie now?
Oh, that was close if he didn't run fast enough. That would be a close call. But that was a good idea for Showdown to run as fast as he can. Now, Cal was trying to deploy that bomb there, that diffuser.
Gotta tell you, Shampoo has been very, I mean, if there's one word to describe Shampoo throughout the night, he's been very perceptive. He knows exactly what to do. He knows exactly where to do it, how to do it, and allows him to get victories there. And he just, of course, was able to shoot down Cal. Moments ago, Cal is losing a lot of health. You saw that moments ago there, T. And Cal's in danger due to the fact that he has a, what? He's halfway when it comes to health.
Wow!
Oh, but Cal, though, providing exactly the reason why he's not going to give it up, indeed.
I was just gonna say this is why that's what you need to do. Just keep shooting and then stop shooting him at first, and then if you cannot get the full kill, then get into another position. But no, Cal actually took that advantage and actually shot Shampoo there and got a good kill. Congratulations to Cal for that.
I guess Cal was losing at that point in time. He was so close and actually officially being defeated, but it looks like there was some sort of plan that allowed him to ameliorate himself for him to get the victory at that point.
Yeah, it did. I mean, great kill by Cal. That was crazy.
What a comeback indeed. Cal is making the comeback, has made it into a tie. Who's going to be the man that's going to break the tie up next? We're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen, again tonight. It has been an intense evening here tonight, a part of the Eon Network Legacy. The fact of the matter is this: we are going to be crowning a new champion no matter what happens tonight. A new Rainbow Six Siege champion will be crowned. The original title holder is no longer the champion. A new champion again, ladies and gentlemen, will be crowned here tonight. A main event of the ages between two gentlemen who are neck and neck, tied when it comes to skills.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. I mean, this game, I was waiting for this championship match tonight. I was waiting for it, and it's finally here. It's been a great match so far, Adrian.
I mean, there are no words to exemplify how important this is, how critical this victory is. If you want to do what you can to be a Hall of Famer, to be a legend, to be a champion on Rainbow Six Siege, you definitely have to, and I mean have to, defeat every single opponent that comes your way, win tournaments, and win a championship.
Action phase going, and now here comes Shampoo.
You know, again, we're looking between two gentlemen who definitely have a lot of similarities, but also, if you think about it, there is a juxtaposition when it comes to these two gentlemen. Again, Shampoo is a little bit more aggressive at times, Cal more technical out of the two. But whenever you combine those two types of strategies, you're gonna get this. Two gentlemen going back and forth.
Now, right now, you got Cal. Cal is at a good spot right here. He is at a perfect spot. Oh. Let's see if he stays in this spot and try to get the upper hand.
Really, it's going to come down to this: who's going to be the man that's going to make the mistake first? That's what's going to be taking place. Who's going to be the guy that's going to make the mistake first? Out of the two, is it going to be Cal or Shampoo? We will find out. Look at this, shots fired to the distance yet again. Ladies and gentlemen, this matchup is going to break down now. Who's going to have the upper hand?
And that's why I said Cal was at a great spot right there. A perfect spot, but did not get the kill.
My goodness. Again, you can actually hear silence. And that could be a psychological factor. Wow. And Shampoo just admonished. Shampoo just admonished there his opponent.
And Shampoo right there with the impressive kill right there. A great kill. A massive kill against Cal. Now, it's match point. That means Cal can still get on the board. Because, as we know, match point, they always get that adrenaline in their soul. But,
and we'll find out.
But Shampoo has been killing it.
And what I meant by Shampoo sending, or at least admonishing Cal, it's a warning. Shampoo basically warning the Cal, saying, your end is near, and you may have gotten me the last time on Rocket League, but you're not going to get me tonight.
The end is here. Sorry.
I think you're echoing there a little bit there, but nonetheless.
Am I echoing now?
Yeah, the end is near with my ears if I'm going to... No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, no, you're good. Okay. Nonetheless, here we go. Matchup is underway.
Yeah, the end is here. It could be the end is here. I mean, for Cal, I mean, he got 2 points, but you know, don't count him out yet because he's been playing a good game here tonight as well.
I mean, Shampoo just completely... I mean, he just shocked everybody right there. He galvanized everybody who's watching, indeed. The mark that he just stamped right there, and the victory. Not only that, but also the clear-cut footage that we saw moments ago, sending that message and warning to Cal and anybody else watching for that matter, that this is Shampoo's time tonight, that this is his moment. He's not going to let this opportunity slip by. He's not going to let anyone steal from his moment. He's not going to let anyone ruin the night. He's not going to let anyone keep him from becoming a champion. Shampoo, of course, understands that this is indeed for the title. This is indeed to manage your legacy, to definitely do what you can to reach to heights, to the top of the mountain.
Now this is going to be very, very tricky because Cal knows exactly where Shampoo is at now. If Shampoo makes one mistake here, that could cost him the victory. And Cal will be victorious, be the winner in this round.
You can actually see, again, the intensity in the air, the mist now in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Cal and Shampoo looking on at this point, ladies and gentlemen, to see again who's going to have the... Oh, wait. Cal actually had the drone. I think he understood exactly where Shampoo was at for only a moment. But Shampoo probably knew that Cal was on him.
Yeah, I mean, that drone was been up there this whole time, and he knew exactly where Shampoo was. Now, it's time to shoot that drone, Shampoo, and also... you know, try to use the same thing. You can use your drone to find where Cal is as well.
Utilize it. Utilize every single thing that you have at your disposal. Every single item that you have. It's one of the reasons why these guys are so dangerous at what they do. The craft is so dangerous. Oh my goodness,
Oh,
wait
that
a
was a
minute.
grenade.
Things are going to break down. Things are going to break down, folks. Things are going to happen now. Things are going to go upside down, turning upside down at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh!
My goodness gracious. Shampoo, though, losing a significant amount of health. This allows Cal to get perhaps maybe an advantage to capitalize. But remember what happened, though, a couple of rounds ago. Whenever Shampoo, of course, knocked down Cal so much so
my
that
God,
Cal
that
was
was
losing
close.
so much health. Cal was able to return back. He was able to win that round. Shampoo, despite the fact that he lost a lot of health, does not mean that he's out of the round just yet. He can still win it, just like what Cal did a couple of rounds ago.
Going both side to side, going checking both left to right. You got to do that all times right now because you are in a situation where Shampoo could lose right here, as Cal is sticking it to Shampoo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this any moment of the tournament. Could it be ending at this point in time right now at this moment? Can it be Shampoo that's going to reclaim something that he's been wanting
And
to
there
do?
we go.
What did he become? To become a champion for the first time! Oh my goodness, Cal gonna knock it out! Shampoo and Shampoo just knocked out Cal, but Cal fighting back! Cal fighting back! It's not over just yet! Cal is still in this game! He's still in it! He is still in this match!
And that's what I was telling you. I was telling you one mistake. He was trying so hard to ambush Cal. He was trying to get the win over Cal, but that cost him. You do not want to rush things. You want to strategize it.
That right there is a reason as to why you do not want to count out Cal. Ladies and gentlemen, this is overtime match point. 3 points apiece. Whoever wins it becomes champion. There are no more mistakes. There are no more rounds. There are no more second chances. This is it. This will determine Rainbow Six Siege champion.
We gonna see that that was a great kill, a great win on that round for Cal. Great job, Cal.
I can't believe it. I mean, I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, I was at the edge of my seat on that one because that was
I
really
can't-
good.
I don't even know what to say. Honestly. I mean, this is ineffable. This is something that I can't even use words to describe with how shocked I am because those two, they were close. I mean, Shampoo was just a couple of shots away from becoming the champion there, T. But then Cal came back out of nowhere. Those two guys, they were losing so much health, and they were so close, and it was Cal who capitalized. He was the man that was actually one step ahead of Shampoo.
Yeah, it was, but you know, it's now, like you said, the time for mess up is over. As you see, Cal is trying to destroy the drone, as you say, Shampoo did take down, or Cal did take down the drone.
I can't believe this. Well, here we go. Match point, ladies and gentlemen. Overtime match point to determine again who's going to become the champion. I'll tell you, this has been one of the most intense nights. I cannot remember a time that this was so intense. I cannot remember a time that there was so much on the line right now, ladies and gentlemen. Rainbow Six Siege championship up for grabs. These two guys going back and forth throughout the night. We're looking at a tie at this point, 3 points apiece. The next person to get the round will indeed become champion. So much on the line right now.
So much indeed. These two have been great all night. As you see, Cal checking the cameras, he sees Shampoo.
Cal does not want to make a mistake. Same can be said with Shampoo. Can ill afford to make any mistakes at this point in time. They do not want to. They do not want to slip up. Oh, and Shampoo just got him. Shampoo is indeed champion.
Shampoo just decimated Cal, and Shampoo is your new Rainbow Six Siege champion.
Shampoo has risen. Shampoo has managed. Shampoo has... He's been here for so long. He's been here for years. He's been here battling. He's been here, of course, climbing up the ladder. He's been wanting. He's been scratching and clawing, trying to grasp for this opportunity to finally seize it. And tonight, he indeed seized it. It is again, ladies and gentlemen, a champion of the making.
That was impressive, incredible. They both did what they needed to do. They both did what they could do.
I'm
They
in shock.
both used the drones, to scout each other out. But in that second, Shampoo is your new Six Siege champion.
You don't understand, T. Shampoo's been around for years and years and years. Shampoo tonight has exercised his demons. You can tell Shampoo, of course, has been waiting for this moment. He's been waiting for this. He's been waiting for this night, and now tonight he can finally say it. He can finally solidify he is indeed a Rocket. He is indeed a Rainbow Six Siege champion.
Actually, you can say that he finished his story.
And tonight, that story ends it with him at the top, holding that title. A title that has evaded him for many, many years. Tonight, Shampoo finally makes it happen. Finally can say he is your new Rainbow Six Siege champion. Good for you, Shampoo.
Congratulations, Shampoo. That was much deserved. You deserved it. You earned it. It was crazy. Great job.
One of the most intense streams in the history of Rainbow Six Siege. And I'm not just saying that, folks. It was indeed intense from the beginning all the way to the end. But we now crown a new champion. Shampoo, of course, has reached to the top.
Yeah, reached to the top. I thought Cal was gonna get it, but you know what? Shampoo dominated at the end.
Cal definitely put up a performance. He was just a few shots here and there. He could have been the champion. But ladies and gentlemen, Shampoo himself, as I said, has exercised his demons. Shampoo waited for this for the longest time. Finally has waited. Finally scratched and clawed to this moment. He is now your champion. Shampoo is your new Rainbow Six Siege champion. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll catch you next time in the next broadcast. On an ending winning night for Shampoo. Historic moment. Rainbow Six Siege champion crown. Congratulations to you, Shampoo.
Congratulations, Shampoo. And you know what? I got 4 letters, 1 word. Ooh, yeet.
By the way, HC Venus, do you want to do an interview? I feel like a moment like this. Okay.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm good.
All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post show. That has been an incredible evening. This has been one of the most intense evenings I've ever been a part of here, T. The fact that we crowned a new Rainbow Six Siege champion. With that being said, please welcome your new Rainbow Six Siege champion, none other than Shampoo, aka Crash, and welcome. And this has been a moment that you've been waiting for a long time.
I mean, yo, I've been to so many contenderships, so many championship matches, bro. I've never been able to close it out, bro. And this means so much, dude.
You know, Adrian, despite of him not winning last night match, he was determined to get that championship. He was hungry for the championship, and he finally got it here tonight.
How excited are you, Shampoo, that you finally can cross this out of your bucket list now. You can finally say that you reached to a championship level. That you can finally say that you are a champion in the network of Eon. That you are a champion in front of a large group of people, a roster on Rainbow Six Siege. How does it feel right now?
I mean, bro, like after all the failures, bro, after everything, the Rocket League losses, the contendership losses like yesterday, the contendership and Siege losses the other week, the championship, like all of this leading up to this, bro, like the match was so nerve-wracking, that 3-2 round when I almost won, bro. Oh my, everything, like it kept me on the edge of my seat. But I'm just so glad I came out on top, man.
And that you did. Congratulations to you, Shampoo. What an effort, what a performance, and what a win. Rainbow Six Siege champion in the house. Shampoo, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That was incredible match. An incredible ending.
Oh my
Well, T, we end you, Wendy, here tonight. We leave you with this, that at the end of the day, you never want to give up on anything. If you have something in mind, you go for it, you strive it, and you definitely seize it. And of course, Shampoo, definitely a prime example, a best example that you can definitely win the big one, that you can definitely go out and achieve anything you want to. It could take time, sure, but in the end, it'll be worth it.
That is true. That is true. Never give up on your dream.
Thanks for joining us, everybody, on what was an historic night, an historic evening, crowning the new Rainbow Six Siege champion. Thanks, everybody, and have a good night.
Yeah, man. Stay late.